Hey everyone, welcome into my official Week 6 predictions for the NFL 2025-26 season. Apologize if I struggle a little bit in this video. I'm definitely a little bit tired. I had a tough run earlier today in what was beautiful weather, but my body was trying to shut down on me any way it could, but got through that, and of course got through work and stuff. But I'm ready to make some picks for you guys. Unfortunately, Week 5 didn't go as great as recent weeks have been. Week 5 was upset city, and I was worried about that, so overall standing record is 51-26. I'm still sitting pretty good with that. I think that's probably my best record through the first 5 weeks, I think, or one of the best I've had in my time that I can recall of picking NFL games. So I will certainly still take that. So I'm going to try to keep this video on the shorter side. Let's get right through it. Thursday Night Football tomorrow night, we have the 1-4 New York Giants. We're going to be hosting the 4-1 Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles, 7.5-point road favorites. I'm not going to complicate this. The Eagles blew the game against Denver. I don't know what's going on. They have significant offensive issues. They're not running the ball effectively as much. The passing game's been pretty subpar. I still like them to win here. Giants, yeah, I mean, at home here, but Giants aren't that great of a team. You wonder if the Giants are going to be able to honestly move the ball as much. They could a little bit, but I don't think the defense is going to. The secondary, I think, will have trouble here, but the defensive front, usually is something you have to worry about with New York. But I'm going to Eagles. I mean, might be closer than people think at times, but we'll see. Division rivalry game, obviously. All right, we're going to hike on over to London, where we have another international game. The next one, where the winless trash New York Football Jets. Wow, I don't know why I'm not sure I said that. They aren't even. Man. Not hosting. Sorry, they're taking on the 3-2 Denver Broncos, who are just coming off of the massive win over Philadelphia. That honestly is their biggest win in a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but Broncos are a 7.5-point favorite. Might be too many points, but Denver is a strong team, though. They've shown some strong capability at times. Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix has been a little inconsistent. The defense has been there, though. Jets, I don't know what's wrong with them. Like I said in the last video, week 1, they showed some promise potential, even though they lost. Then they just really haven't looked great under Aaron Glenn. Well, that experiment looks like it might be over before it really even tries to settle in further. But I like Denver, but I could see a shocking upset here. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It's an international game. I don't like the spot from Denver, honestly, but I'll take them to win the game, but I don't know if they're going to cover, honestly. Let's come back here to homeland USA, where my Indianapolis Colts 4-1 and atop of the AFC, if you can believe that, hosting 2-3 Arizona Cardinals. Colts are a 7.5-point home favorite. Man, the Cardinals just lost in the stupidest, silliest way imaginable. They got to be seething after that one. Of course, Jonathan Gannon was fined $100,000 for hitting DeMarcado, the running back for Arizona. I don't know what's going on with them. They're just. This team could be like 4-1, but man, their offense has struggled at times. Kyler Murray is questionable for this game too. Colts here, I don't know if the Colts are going to cover. Man, this might be a much closer game than what the one last week was, and the Colts have played very well. They should technically be 5-0, but we're not going to really go all in on that. I like what the Colts are doing. They just got Jermaine Pratt. I don't know how that's going to really. Look, we'll see if that'd be a good pickup or not. I was kind of hoping we get an edge rusher. Hope we do get an extra pass rusher, especially on the edge. I do like the Colts, but I can see the Cardinals winning this game outright. Cardinals are really, really irate right now, but they got to come on the road to us, and we've been pretty good at home. So not a good spot for Arizona technically, but this is not a spot to be laying points with Indianapolis. No way. I'm not laying points with the Colts this week for sure. All right, down to South Beach, where the atrocious Miami Dolphins, who are 1-4, are hosting the banged-up 3-2 LA Chargers. Chargers are now down to a 3.5-point road favorite. They were favored 5, I think, earlier this week. I don't care where the line's moving. I like the Chargers. Simple point blank, period. They've got to win this game. They have to. They got to get back on track here. Dolphins are just terrible. They're not good. I can see Mike McDaniel getting camped soon. Chargers are so beat up, though. I mean, they don't even have a Marion Hampton. He might be out for a few weeks. I think Najee Harris is done for the season. Man, if Chargers weren't hurt, I'd like them to dominate, but I don't know if they're going to be able to dominate nearly as much as I was originally thinking looking at this game ahead of the schedule. But just, man, again, LA needs to take care of business. Keep things simple. Don't be stupid. You know you're playing a bad team, but don't let your guard down and stuff. You know Miami can still strike at any moment, so be careful. Chargers need to be careful with that one. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't understand how they're in the lead in the AFC North. 3-1. That's also surprising to me a little bit. Hosting the always atrocious 1-4 Cleveland Browns. The Steelers are a 5.5-point home favorite. Cleveland's been on the road for it feels like 400 years. They've been 3 straight weeks now. This is the 3rd straight week, I should say, that they're on the road. They were in Detroit, and then they were in London or wherever the hell it was. And now they're here in Pittsburgh. Historically, don't ever play well in Pittsburgh. Very few times they have played well in Pittsburgh. I think one of the lone times was when they went on the road and beat them, shocked them in the wild card run a few years back in the playoffs. I remember that very vividly. Browns, I don't care who they're starting. I mean, Steelers, I'm a little weary of them, but I think Pittsburgh will have a plan for that Browns defensive line. Again, I don't know, man. Pittsburgh's kind of a weird team this year. I mean, I don't know. They'll keep the ball rolling, but tough game. I could see the upset here, honestly. Browns are definitely one of those teams where they're going to get real, just down to the, like, just trying to fight hard, basically, the trenches especially. Okay, moving forward here, this one's interesting. We definitely could see a shootout here in the making. We have the 2-3 Carolina Panthers hosting the 2-1 Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is a 3.5-point road favorite, and Carolina's coming off of beating Miami. They were pretty much deceased early on, and they came back to life and won. Carolina has showed a little bit this year, but not even close to being enough for me to really back them consistently. I haven't been able to back this team consistently in years. A lot of us really haven't, but Dallas, they went on the road and pretty much ran over New York Jets. It wasn't really close, especially in the back half of the game. CeeDee Lamb is still out, I guess. I think I've been paying very little attention to Dallas, honestly, in their injuries. I actually have been paying little attention to some of these teams at all. Got other things going on in life right now, but Dallas 3.5. Yeah, I like Dallas here to win. I know it's not on them last week, and mistake. I'll admit I should have been on Dallas. I didn't know if the situation was going to be right coming off a tie. But Dallas kept their focus forward. They kept their foot on the gas. I think they keep doing it here. Carolina could win, yeah, but I just don't like. I mean, Carolina, they should be able to move the ball. I would say 3.5. Maybe take the points of Carolina. This probably is a field goal game coming down to the wire. Next up, and this is a very tricky, should be a fun matchup here. Gosh, how did I know this was going to happen? We got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Say it with me, guys. AKA Big Jags. That was for Smoke Man Joe. Smoke Man Joe always calls Jacksonville Big Jags. I love it. Even though they're our division rival and I hate Jacksonville, I still like saying Big Jags. It's great. Hosting the 3-2 Seattle Seahawks. Jacksonville's coming off of a huge win on Monday Night Football at home. They're back at home this week, 4-1 now. Seattle is now the road favorite. The line's flipped. This is actually a spot where I was originally thinking Jacksonville, but now the line's flipped to Seattle. I'm taking Seattle to win the game outright. Seattle's coming off of a shootout loss against Tampa. History was made in that game where the first time in NFL history, 2 opposing quarterbacks in the same game threw for 300. It was 325 plus yards. I feel like sometimes maybe making up stuff. I don't know, but this was either which way. This was really impressive. Like 300 something plus yards and 80% plus completion percentage, which is pretty insane to think about. Seattle's got a little bit of injury concerns in the secondary, but Jacksonville's been a team to where sometimes they struggle to score. I feel like defensively they've been playing pretty good. They are number 1 in the league in takeaways, and I do worry about that with Sam Darnold because Sam Darnold, I don't trust him. Don't trust him on the road here. Part of me wants to pick Jacksonville. I was going to pick Jacksonville, but the lines just tell me everything I need to know. Lines flipped. I'm sure the money was on Jacksonville the way it's going because everyone loved to see them beat Kansas City, and now I'm sure people are thinking, well, Jacksonville's got to be the real deal. I think Jacksonville's a good team. I don't know if they're a Super Bowl team, but they might be a playoff team. Give me Seattle, but I might switch that pick. I'm still not sure. I don't know. But based on the line now, I got to take Seattle because they're the favorite now, 1.5-point favorite. All right, moving forward here. Oh, jeez. Well, this game was going to be much more fun until recent events, if you know what I mean. We got the lonely, sorry-ass 1-4 Baltimore Ravens versus the 3-2 LA Rams, whose daddy is San Francisco. Yes, I just said that. LA is laying 7.5 on the road. I don't really care, to be honest, if Lamar Jackson's playing or not. I still like the Rams. I think Lamar. The Ravens. Hold on, let's just get this out of the way. Ravens defense is terrible. The Ravens, I think, might be able to move the ball a little bit more this week, but who knows? Who cares? I think the Rams offense just runs through Baltimore. I mean, it might be very similar to Baltimore-Houston, honestly. I like the Rams here. Get right spot on the road. They lost in a tough home game on Thursday night. 10 days rest. Sean McVay will have this team ready to go. I trust the Rams a lot more. Next, another tough game here. Let's take you down to the almighty Nolans. Thanks to one of my good friends for that saying, Josh. Thanks, Josh. Nolans. Nawlins, where the Saints are 1-4, of course, hosting the New England Patriots 3-2. New England is a 3.5-point road favorite. Patriots look pretty good on Sunday Night Football. Like they looked like they were clicking pretty well. Now they're telling me they're going on the road and laying 3.5 against a Saints team who has been scrappy. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this might be a trap for New England. I just do. Man, this is going to be a close game. A lot of people want to take New England. I don't think a lot of people want it back to Saints, even though the Saints did win their first game of the season. This is a tough spot, man. I can see the Patriots completely laying an egg here. I really can. I mean, are we going to trust Drake May on the road in New Orleans? Oh, man. I don't know, man. Hold on a second. Let me do something real quick here. The Saints almost beat the Niners, but the Niners had injury problems. I'm just trying to look through their schedule so far, trying to just gauge a little more. Do I have the gall to pick the upset outright here? Let me make sure we ain't got no major injuries here. Yeah. There's some questionables and stuff on both sides. Give me New England for now. That's not finalized. I'm not totally 100% sure. I might switch that pick. And then moving forward, do we have? Can we just skip this game and not have a count on our picking record? Really? Las Vegas Raiders and Tennessee Titans. Really? The Molly stay in the corner game of the week, whatever you want to call this, doesn't matter. Raiders are favored 3.5 here. I guess we'll take the Raiders at home. Tennessee came off of just the flukiest upset win in history. One of the flukiest ones you'll ever see. Nobody cares about this game. Next, it's like trying to hit skip on the CD. I don't know. We need to move forward. All right, great game here. 4:25 kickoff. 4-1 Tampa Bay. Big Buccaneers hosting the San Francisco 49ers. Tampa Bay is a 2.5-point home favorite. Got to keep an eye on the injury report for this game. That's going to be huge, man, because Bucs have injuries, but so do the Niners, man. Mac Jones is questionable. Tristan Wirfs is questionable on the Bucs. So is Benjamin Morrison. Zion McCollum's hurt. We got who else? Malik Mustafa, who's on physically unable to perform list. Okay. Alfred Collins is questionable on the Niners. Kevin Givens is on IR. Yeah, we got. This is Bucky Irving. He's hurt. He's questionable. Man, well, Baker Mayfield, bad man, man. I'll tell you what. We gotta give props to Emeka Egbuka, who is just on fire right now, coming from, of course, Ohio State. I'm not sure if the Niners are going to be able to really have Christian McCaffrey carry this offense. Tough game here, but I mean, I don't know, man. Bucks are coming off that road win. I'm a little shocked they won, but I don't know. Niners are coming off a win of their own right too. Now they're traveling here. Give me the Niners to win. I think the Niners win this game outright. I think the defense steps up. I think the Bucks have a little bit come down to earth moment here. Have the Bucks lost at home? Yeah, they have. They lost to the Eagles at home. But the thing is, Bucks have been in these close games this season, even against bad teams too. I mean, I'm going to take a risk on San Francisco. I think when they play their best game, when both these teams play their best game, it's hard to really, in my opinion, fully judge on who's a better team. It's tough because I feel like they could be really strong at their best. So it should be a great matchup. Looking forward to that game. And then, can we also skip this one? I mean, come on. Who on planet Earth is going to watch this snooze fest of a game, man? Okay, cool. The 2-1-1 Packers are sound like I'm giving you a telephone number there. Hosting a 2-3 Cupcake Bengals, man, and give me Green Bay to just knock them out. TKO. Green Bay wins by TKO. I don't know. I mean, do the Cincinnati Bengals cover? Yeah, potentially. That's a lot of points. And Green Bay's defense has been a little bit suspect. But still, I'm calling for TKO victory with Green Bay, man. Seriously. By the way, I'm sick of watching Jake Browning play quarterback. Bench him immediately. Jeez. All right, Sunday Night Football. We got the the 2-3 Kansas City Refs hosting the 4-1 Detroit Lions. Chiefs are a 2.5-point home favorite. Yes, they are the favorite, and I'm taking the Chiefs to win. We all know what's going to happen. Should be a good game. It should be a competitive, close battle. But man, don't even think for a second that the NFL is going to just let Detroit come into Arrowhead Stadium and go 5-1 over their precious golden child, the Chiefs, man. You got to be kidding me if you think. I mean, if you want to pick Detroit, you can. Don't just because I'm going against it vehemently. Don't be afraid to pick the Lions if you want to pick them, but I'm just telling you what's going to happen. It's going to be close. Late in the game, there's going to be some dumbass penalty that doesn't make sense, and then the Chiefs went off a dumbass penalty like they almost did twice on Monday night. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious, man. I mean, you could say whatever you want. Oh, if you're just a Chiefs hater, screw the damn Chiefs. They're a bunch of clowns over there. Just clowns, absolute clowns. All right, need to stop repeating myself. We got to get to Monday Night Football. I'm ready to get to this video, man. I'm getting more tired doing this. Monday night games are tough, man. Be careful with these games, guys. These are really tough games to pick here. We have the Atlanta Falcons, who are 2-2 coming off the bye against the dumbass Buffalo Bills. 4-1 Buffalo Bills, man. No defense, having-ass Bills, man. Bills are 4.5-point road favorites. I don't know who's winning this game. I don't know. I really don't. I've tried to think about it. A lot. A lot of people are going to be on Buffalo, and rightfully so, man. But, man, I just don't understand, man. The Falcons at home, you're giving me 4.5 with the Falcons at home. The Falcons' defense is technically, honestly solid on paper. Matter of fact, I think the last game was against the Commanders. We'll talk about them next, but, man, Bills. Is this another fade the Bills spot? I don't know, man. I've had a pretty good read on Atlanta this year so far, and this is a spot where I feel like You might want to back the Falcons maybe with the points. I don't know. Jeez. I'll join the public crowd in Buffalo for now, but I don't know, man. Last game, Washington Commanders 3-2 hosting the 2-2 Chicago Bears. Are also coming off of a bye after their very tight road win at Las Vegas 2 weeks ago. Commanders are also favored 4.5. That's interesting. Commanders are coming off that win against the Chargers. I think the Commanders caught the Chargers at the right time. They were able to take advantage of the Chargers' injuries. I don't think they're going to be able to do that against the Bears here. I think this is a tight game. This might be revenge from last year. These two played last year, and the Chicago Bears were pretty much looking like they were going to lock the game up. And then the Commanders came out of nowhere and went on the Hail Mary. So, Bears, man, yeah, not totally sure. I'll take Washington, but real quick before I go, two things. Games I'm not set on. I'm not fully set on these Monday games. I'm not fully set on the Saints-Patriots game, and I'm damn sure not set on this Jags-Seahawks game. There's like 4 games I'm still not totally sure on. I don't have great reads on them right now. Just keep an eye on the description in the video. And also, too, we need to look at teams in the bye this week and where they're heading towards next. Houston Texans are on the bye this week. We got 2 teams in that realm. Texans are 2-3. They're off. They were able to really just lay it on the Ravens 44-10. Now they're going to be heading on the road on Monday, October 20th. That is a Monday Night Football game. Why is this on ESPN, not ABC's beyond me? That's ridiculous. At Seattle, that's going to be interesting because if Seattle were to beat Jacksonville, if Seattle keeps winning, I might be fading Seattle in that spot. Matter of fact, chances are I might be fading them in that game because I don't like that spot for Seattle, but we'll see. Even though Seattle's at home on Monday night, that's typically tough. Minnesota, they're hosting Philadelphia on Sunday, October 19th. Might back the Vikings there, I'm not sure, because the Eagles have just been real suspect with everything lately. We'll see. These two teams are definitely going to be in some interesting positions when they come back in Week 7 of the NFL season. But thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys again for college football content. That will be coming out tomorrow. And then stay tuned for college basketball stuff. I do miss getting that going on the regular. Expect that to happen this upcoming college basketball season. We're getting pretty close. We're only about 4 weeks away from that starting. So take care. See you guys again soon.